There are moments when you quietly know something wasn't the right decision. You can feel it. Maybe you spent money you shouldn't have. Maybe you trusted the wrong person. Maybe you stayed in a place that has been making you unhappy for a long time. But instead of admitting it, you find yourself explaining it. You keep giving reasons. You keep defending it. Not because you're trying to fool other people, because without even realizing it, you're trying to protect yourself. Today we're going to talk about why that happens. Not why people make bad decisions. Everyone does that. We're talking about why people keep defending those decisions long after they already know something is wrong. This is one of the quietest habits the human mind has. And once you see it, you'll start noticing it everywhere. The strange part is that most people don't defend bad decisions because they think those decisions are perfect. Most people defend them because admitting the truth feels more painful than keeping the story alive. Think about someone who buys an expensive phone they can't really afford. A week later, they realized it was a mistake. Now they have two choices. They can admit they made a bad decision, or they can spend the next 6 months saying the camera is amazing, the screen is perfect, and they would have bought it anyway. The phone isn't the real problem anymore. The problem is that admitting the mistake feels like admitting something is wrong with them. Our brain naturally tries to avoid that feeling. Psychologists call this cognitive dissonance. That sounds like a difficult term, but the idea is very simple. It means your mind feels uncomfortable when two things don't match. For example, you believe you're a smart person, but you also know you made a bad decision. Those two ideas don't fit together. That creates mental discomfort. Your brain wants that uncomfortable feeling to disappear. There are two ways to make it disappear. You can change the decision, or you can change the story. Changing the decision is often hard. Changing the story is easy, so the mind starts creating reasons. It wasn't that bad. Anyone would have done the same. I actually wanted this. It'll work out eventually. Notice something. These sentences don't change reality. They only make reality easier to live with. This doesn't happen because people are weak. It happens because the brain is built to protect us from emotional pain. The problem is that protection sometimes becomes a prison. Imagine you spill tea on your white shirt. You can wash the shirt, or you can spend the whole day telling everyone the stain doesn't matter. The stain doesn't disappear because you defended it. It simply stays there longer. Bad decisions work the same way. The more energy you spend defending them, the less energy you have to fix them. This doesn't only happen with money. It happens in relationships. Someone is treated badly for years. Deep inside, they know it isn't healthy, but they keep saying they're just stressed. They didn't mean it. They'll change. Sometimes they really believe those words, because accepting the truth would mean accepting that they stayed in something painful for a long time. That hurts. So the mind protects itself with explanations. It also happens with careers. Someone hates their job. Every morning feels heavy, but they keep saying they're happy because the salary is good. Again, the explanation isn't solving the problem. It's protecting them from facing it. The difficult part is this. Every time we defend a bad decision, we become a little more attached to it, because now we're not only protecting the decision, we're protecting the version of ourselves that made it. That makes walking away even harder. There is another psychological idea that explains this. It's called the sunk cost fallacy. Again, don't worry about the name. The idea is simple. Imagine you buy a movie ticket. After 20 minutes, you realize the movie's boring. You have 2 hours left. Many people stay until the end, not because they're enjoying it, because they already paid for the ticket. But staying doesn't bring the money back. It only wastes more time. That's what sunk cost means. You keep investing in something because you've already invested a lot, not because it's still good for you. People do this with businesses, with relationships, with degrees, even with arguments. I've already spent 5 years here. I've already spent so much money. I've already told everyone this was the right choice. So they continue, not because the future looks better, because the past feels too expensive to let go. But the past cannot be changed. Only the next decision can. That is the part people often forget. Your next decision is always more important than your last one. So how do you stop defending bad decisions? Instead of asking yourself one question, ask a different one. Don't ask, was I right? Ask, what is true right now? Those are very different questions. The first one is about protecting your ego. Your ego is the part of you that wants to feel important, capable, and correct all the time. The second one is about seeing reality clearly. Let's make that practical. Imagine you bought a course. Halfway through, you realize it isn't helping you. Your ego says, I already paid for it. I have to finish. Reality says, this isn't useful anymore. Or imagine you've been arguing with someone for an hour. Halfway through, you realize they're actually right. Your ego wants to win. Reality simply wants the truth. Every time you ask, what is true right now, you give yourself permission to make a better decision. Not because yesterday didn't matter, because today matters more. Here's something you can try today. The next time you catch yourself explaining a decision again and again, stop for a moment. Don't ask whether people believe you. Ask whether you're trying to convince them or yourself. That one small pause tells you a lot. Then ask one simple question. If I had to make this decision today, knowing everything I know now, would I still choose it? Answer honestly. If the answer is no, that's okay. You're not discovering that you're foolish. You're discovering that you've learned something. Learning always changes future decisions. That's the whole point. The strongest people aren't the ones who never make mistakes. They're the ones who stop protecting mistakes once they recognize them. That takes far more courage than being right all the time. You are not your worst decision. You are the person who gets to choose what happens next. What's one decision you've been defending that you're finally ready to look at honestly? There's a free resource in the description if you'd like to explore these ideas more deeply. Till then, stay positive. See you in the next one.